No, he didn't. Good day there once again, viewers. This is your mate Kamikaze78 here, coming to you guys with some more Planetside 2 content. And guys, have I got some content for you today. We have just come out on the other side of the Planetside 2 development stream, and guys, this was the stream that has been hyped about for weeks on end now. The stream that would reveal the stuff that I've been keeping a certain hush-hush about for weeks now. This was it. This was Rogue Planet Games' first opportunity to show off what the new Planetside 2 development team was capable of. And I think it's safe to say that they have delivered in spades. Now, I know someone is going to ask me, Cammy, where is the gameplay of the playtest that I'm seeing all the other content creators posting? Well, guys, you must understand that I was unable to attend the playtest because, well, there's a fire 6 kilometers away from my house. Now, I am home now because the fires have eased up, but I was out of home while the playtests were occurring, so unfortunately no gameplay from me, but I have been in on the loop on this update for a while now. I've had the opportunity to sit down and talk with the developers about the update, ask them questions, so I feel as though I'm in a pretty good place here to have a chat with you guys about what's coming. Anyway, enough of this, let's get into the meat and potatoes of what's coming up in this update. And I guess the real question is, where do we start? So much to go over in such little time. I guess if anything, guys, a good place to start here is on the goals and the aims for the update that is really outfit themed that we're going to be getting our hands on. Primarily, the update aims to address the limited reward and incentive for outfit leaders to lead, the limited amount for stuff for leaders to do in a coordinated manner with their community to influence the battlefield, and on top of that, the end game objectives beyond winning a continent and the strategical depth that comes from that, or the lack thereof, was also aimed to be addressed. So, the main question here is, how is this all being done? Well, out of the gate, the outfit system in the game is getting a total and complete revamp that helps to add some incentive for players to get involved more into their outfit's ops and squads. There is now such a thing known as outfit loyalty that improves the more time you spend with your outfit mates attacking and defending bases cohesively, so the cohesive rating on squads is going to actually make a mechanic difference to the general player too in the squads. And alongside your loyalty, you will also earn a new currency called merit, which is going to be similarly earned to certs. Now, loyalty will rank up over time, much like battle rank, but it is in fact a decayable rank, so it will decay by being offline or if you leave your outfit. But the higher your loyalty is, the better the reward you can claim using your merit at the planned outfit vendor on board the Sanctuary. So it's nice to see the Sanctuary getting some tie-in functionality here. Now, what are these rewards, I hear you all asking? Well, the devs are toying with many ideas that include, but are not limited to, consumables like boosts and command chat tokens, cosmetics like decals, banners or armor, hell, even weapons and equipment have been brought up as possibilities in the conversations that I've been a part of, but this will obviously need to be done with a serious amount of balancing in mind. So far, so good. There is now some personal progression for outfit members and some extra rewards to play into that. But what about rewards and progression for the outfit as a whole? Well, enter the new resource metagame for outfits. I want to clarify quickly that everything discussed here does not change how you on a personal level pull vehicles or use equipment. This is exclusively an outfit orientated change, and nanites as a resource are not going anywhere for pulling your standard force multipliers. Every region on the map will now have a resource value allocated to it, so when an outfit owns a base, they will start accruing the associated resource for their outfit. So we're actually seeing a mechanical benefit now to capturing bases as a unit, as an outfit, besides bragging rights. At this stage, there are going to be 3 resource types with different rarities, with the more defensible and deeper lattice bases offering the rarer resources. Now, as I said before, this resource system does not affect personal resource allocation, so outfit members instead deposit all of these new resource types into an outfit bank that is kept on a server-wide leaderboard, or kept track of on a server-wide leaderboard. We will learn more about why that is important later in the video. On a short term, these resources are used to craft a new category of item and consumable in the game that are called war assets. And this for me is where shit starts to get just that little bit more exciting. War assets, ladies and gentlemen, are going to be a collection of force multipliers that can be called into the battlefield to really change things up in favor of your faction or of your squad. And the concepts that have been put forward look absolutely amazing. So far, the developers' example assets include Steel Rain, which is a coordinated drop pod assault onto a target location. And that to me just sounds absolutely fucking badass. We've also got a Citadel Shield, which acts as a massive projectile blocking bubble shield that covers a large area. There's also an orbital satellite uplink, which allows players to call in an orbital strike anywhere on the map, and an Anvil, which allows an airdrop of a vehicle of your choice into combat on a whim. You literally call it in at any time. Could make for an awesome scene of just this massive dropship flying over, and boom, there's a tank ready for you to use. Now, these war assets take time and resources to craft. The time element of the crafting can be eliminated if you funnel an excess amount of resources into that specific asset, but outfits also have a war asset storage that allows them to store multiple assets in case they need them in a pinch. Keep in mind that these assets have a maximum amount that can be held per type, and the heavier, or the quote-unquote more powerful assets, take up more storage space. So you can't just stockpile them like no tomorrow and spam them left, right and center. And just because I know this will come up in the comment section down below, outfit leaders have to authorize certain outfit ranks to be able to call in these war assets. Not every single person in the outfit is going to be able to do this. This will be a coordinated outfit thing, not your average Joe can call these in. But there is one more asset we haven't discussed yet. The biggest one of the bunch, the big mama, if you will, the Bastion Fleet Carrier. We have wanted them in the game for so long now. They have made appearances in the game here and there without being playable, but this changes as of this update. Outfits now have their own Bastion Fleet Carrier that requires a metric shit ton of resources and a long ass crafting time to bring into the battlefield. And while I don't know the exact resource cost and time investment needed to craft one, I imagine it's going to be a hell of an effort, because this is meant to be a big boy designed to project force at a long range and require a serious coordinated effort to bring down as an enemy. It'll act as a spawn point and also come with a collection of manimal turrets and abilities that will make it a serious combat asset on the battlefield. On top of that, the ejected players will be launched into ESFs. Now, I did ask the devs about why they chose to make players eject as ESFs, considering that not a lot of players are ESF savvy. The goal behind the ESF focus is to make those ejected ESFs something along the lines of a QRF fighter force, if you will, which makes sense in my mind, but the devs are also considering the idea of allowing for different aircraft to be deployed from the carrier. I also asked, because I was a bit curious, if there was an interior that can be fought in on the Bastion Fleet Carrier, you know, Battlefield 2142 style. Sadly, not yet. But it isn't out of the question, so fingers crossed this becomes a thing. I would love to see some 2142 style Battlefield, action in this game. The Bastion has weak points that need to be exploited to be taken down, but I, in all honesty, cannot wait to get our hands on this Bastion Fleet Carrier with my outfit. It's going to be a hell of a time. But that's not all, believe it or not. No way. Holy shit, this update just is the update that keeps on giving. Bring on Outfit Wars. An outfit now has the opportunity to opt in to a monthly competition that places the top 3 outfits of each faction against one another in 3 different qualifying brackets. Now, the qualifying is decided by the resource leaderboard that we discussed earlier, which allows for outfits to declare their prowess on both, the standard battlefields of Araxis and the new battlefield of Desolation, which is a continent set on a far distant planetoid from Araxis that takes form in a very symmetrical layout with limited presence of traditional buildings and bases. It is very much a focus on heavy open field combined arms combat. And before I go any further, I want to clarify a couple of things here. This feature, and this is basically what the developers have told me, is not a small-scale scrim environment like the Planetside Farmers League. This is a competitive environment that allows outfits to test their ability to command and utilize combined arms resources in a more controlled setting. Your small-scale infantry-focused outfits are not going to do well here. This is not a place for them, and this is not going to be a feature for everyone. This is also a seasonal event. At the end of the qualifying phase, there is a small preparation phase, and when that comes to a close, Desolation will open to the qualifying outfits before an alert begins. At the end of the alert, which takes into consideration territory control and kills on the continent, a victor will be determined. But this is on a monthly occurrence and is not going to be something that you can just jump into at any time. So for those concerned that this will remove player base from the main game, do not fret. This is going to be an offshoot mode that is not going to steal players away from the core Planetside experience. So yeah, just keep that in mind. Believe it or not, the developers have got plans to stream your top tier matches of this on Twitch, which could be a nice little bump for the game as far as exposure is concerned, and I am keen to see how this plays out in the long run and what they can do with it. They have entertained the idea of maybe incorporating new maps and new versions of the mode so that different size outfits are going to be accommodated. Right now, it's going to be a 3 outfit size battlefield, essentially. This Desolation, there's going to be 3 separate outfits, one from each faction battling it out. They have said though that there is very much a plan or a capacity, if you will, to take this up to 6 outfits on the map. They have built it with that capacity in mind. So there is a lot of stuff to look forward to here, guys. When I was in the behind closed doors briefing on what we could expect out of this update, it blew my mind. It was an incredible announcement, an incredible amount of content for such a small time frame, and if this is the kind of stuff we can expect from the developers in the long run and the kind of revamps that we can see, I'm more than happy and very excited to see what Planetside 2 has on the horizon. At the end of the day, we know Planetside 2 has gone through a very rough period as of late, with, you know, developers being shipped off left, right and center, layoffs left, right and center, but now that they've got a completely dedicated development team and what appears to be a drive to bring forth some brand new and exciting features, I personally cannot wait to see what else they have in mind here, and it's going to be an exciting time for the game, I feel. Anyway guys, with all that said, that wraps up today's video discussing the developer live stream that went live, I think by the time this video comes out, about half an hour ago. I am recording this beforehand, but I've got all the information in front of me, so I'm able to get this out as soon as possible for you guys. I'm going to leave a link to the development stream in the description down below as soon as I get my hands on it. But beyond that, guys, hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, backhand the like button, backhand the subscribe button, and hit the notification bell to keep up to date with all content which I'm releasing. And let me know in the comment section down below what feature you're most looking forward to out of this update. Once again, guys, hope you enjoyed today's video. Peace out, and I will see you guys all in the next one. Take care, guys. Have a good one. Bye-bye.